Hey guys, it's Marcus with Go Local FXBG with another local nonprofit spotlight. Today we're here with Pam with Community Threads. How's it going?
Going great.
Good. So I've been hearing a lot of good things about you from other people in the nonprofit circle that we're all friends with. So tell me more about what you're doing and where it came from.
Community Threads started 3 short years ago. 11 people came together and said, we want to make this an official nonprofit, because we were doing this, but we were doing it out of my house. We wanted it to be a registered nonprofit and get the word out to more people. So we started 3 years ago with 11 folks. Our first meeting, I walked out of that room with $900 to get us set up with all the different things we needed to get set up with. Today we have over 150 people getting our newsletter.
Wow.
And we have 2 sides to what we do. One is we have men and women who knit, crochet, and sew, and all of these handcrafted items are delivered to 86 different places in the surrounding counties. Things like blankets and wheelchair totes and walker totes and all kinds of things to make people more comfortable. The other side of what we do is we have a store in Fredericksburg. Everybody knows where Batteries and Bulbs is. We're right next door. We just opened that store in May.
Wow, that was quick. Most people don't get a storefront that quick.
We got that because someone came forward and was willing to pay our rent for us for a year. We have men's and women's clothes. We do not have children's. Frequently have things like sheets, towels, and blankets. And anyone in need of clothing can come into our store and get what they need at no cost whatsoever.
That is fabulous. I love that. We have a lot of the, and nothing against any of the other thrift stores in the area that are nonprofit. We have a lot. It's been a thing I've seen pop up in the last 5 years is, we got a lot of these thrift stores popping up, and you might be the only one I've heard of that's free. The other ones are low cost.
There are some local that will help with children's clothing at no
Right.
cost, depending on the situation. But the thing that people surprised about when they come in is they're like, oh, this is nice.
Right.
They're expecting a thrift store. It's not. It is just like a real store.
I love
Everything
that.
is hanging.
I love that.
Every item is inspected before it is put out. If it's not ready to wear, it doesn't go out till it is.
I love that.
And they're like, you need to see my ID? No, we do not ask for ID. We do take their name at the end. We log their name and what they've gotten to help us keep track of the numbers.
Right.
But also, they're only allowed to come in every 30 days.
Okay. So there is a little bit of system going on.
There is a system.
That's important.
It is.
I like it. I've been talking, I was talking to Love Thy Neighbor, one of your friends, Erica, a couple of weeks ago. We spotlighted them, and I like that we're in a space where people can walk into these type of places and not feel embarrassed, because I feel like that's one of the biggest things when you're in need is like you don't want to go ask for help, and you don't want to have to go explain your situation,
Exactly.
pull out your financials and prove that you're struggling. It's like it just makes it worse. Some people will just go without because they don't want to have to do that. So I really appreciate that part of what you're doing, especially is that somebody needs clothes, they can just come and get them.
And what you described is exactly what we see when they walk in the door. They look like, I really don't want to be here, but I really need help. They are made to feel welcome. They're literally given a list. Here's what, the limits on what you can get, because we do have to.
Well, you got to have
something.
limits, because if not, somebody will come in and just grab everything.
They can leave with quite a bit of stuff.
That's good.
But then also, we tell them, for this room is the men's department. Go to the back. There's the ladies. If you need help, let us know. At the end, we'll check you out. And when you say they don't need your name. They look like, and sometimes what will happen is, for instance, we had a gentleman come in the other day, and he was able to get clothes, but he couldn't get a coat. So we're like, okay, you can come back in 30 days. However, since you didn't get a coat, you can come back next week or tomorrow or another day.
Come check for a coat.
Because we have more coats coming in. We restock the coats regularly.
That's good. It's that time of year.
Yes.
It is that time of year. It's getting cold out, and need to stay warm, right?
Need to stay warm.
Because if you don't, you end up sick, and it ain't going to make the situation any better.
But we go a step further to help them. For instance, frequently they'll ask, well, you don't have children's clothes. No, we don't.
Right.
But we have a resource list that we'll give you a copy of.
Love that.
That will tell you where you can go to get help with that. Also, it gives you information on the food bank. And
Love
most
that.
people don't realize they have order ahead now.
Yep.
And then there's several other places. So it's a one-page sheet that has all kinds of resources.
That's awesome. I think that's important to always talk about it when I talk to other nonprofit people, is that we need to collaborate and we need to send people to the right places. You know, if I don't do something, but I know you do, then, hey, no, go over there. They'll do it. They'll help you. And I think that's what it's all about, right? Is the community and giving back and trying to help people get on their feet and get where they need to be.
We do one other thing to make sure that we're reaching our community. Every flyer and all the resource sheets are not only in English, they're also in Spanish.
I love that.
And Pashto.
Wow.
And Farsi.
I don't know what those second ones were. Those last two were. What are those?
It's for immigrants from places like Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, a few other countries.
Right.
But
I love that too, because, you know, there's a big debate going on about the immigrant situation. And no matter how you spin it, they're here, right?
And they're human beings.
And they're human.
And they need help.
Exactly. So no matter how we spin it, they're here. They need help. So what are we going to do? Just leave them in the streets and starve them? And, you know.
We're not.
We can't do that. The key was, you hit it. It's like, they're human beings. They're here. We might as well just face it and try to make the best of it and try to make their environment, you know, like everybody else's.
And our way of looking at it is, they're people.
Right.
We don't care who you are. We don't care what your circumstances are. You don't have to prove anything. You need clothes, you come in. Yes, we have some limits. You can come in every 30 days, and then there's some limits of what you can. And it's quite a bit.
I love that about, you know, back in the day, there was the state resources, but you had to go through the application process, and you had to, it was just a big deal. You know what I mean? And it still is. It's, you know, it's getting worse now. It's like, oh, if you want Medicaid, if you want food stamps, you got to have a job. And we could go on for days about either side of that. But the fact that we have local community resources that are community backed, that people can go get help with no judgment, don't need to prove anything. So I'm like, why do I need to prove that I'm broke, right? And you just got to give people the benefit of the doubt. If they go in there, they obviously need clothes, no matter how you spin it. If somebody walks in your place, they need clothes.
Exactly.
It's like, you know, if they walk into the food bank, they need food. So why are we making a big deal about it, right?
Every single item that goes in that store is checked. There's two of us. We check everything. If it is not something that is ready to wear, rinse it, wash it, whatever.
Right.
You know.
Well, and that's important too, because a lot of people that are struggling in these situations, they might not have a washer and dryer. You know, they might not be able to go home and wash it.
Somebody asked yesterday, "Where's the closest laundromat?"
There you go.
Which is another reason for making sure it's ready to wear. The shoes. Every pair of shoes is checked and cleaned if needed, so that when they go in that store, they look nice.
Good. I love that. So let's talk about, like, where did this come from? You just woke up one day, because you said we were talking earlier before we started, you said you're retired. You know, what made you want to do this?
It actually kind of happened long before Community Threads existed. My husband and I was doing the clothes out of our house.
Okay.
I have no idea how it just, one instance, I got a phone call about a grandmother who just had her 3 grandchildren dropped off to her.
Wow.
She now has custody of 3 grandchildren.
Man.
No clothes except for what they were wearing.
Yeah.
Was there any chance we could help them? And by the way, she's not doing real well either. She could use some.
Right.
So I sent a message out to everybody I knew. They got a week's worth of clothes for everyone, including a coat and some toys for the kids.
So everybody just rallied.
Everybody rallied around. So then it just kind of kept snowballing.
From there.
We probably did that for about 10 years.
Wow.
And then
out of your house?
Out of our house.
That's crazy.
The one that sticks in my mind the most is we got a call for similar situation to the last one I described, that they needed car seat.
Wow.
So I sent out, again,
SOS, we need a car seat.
We need car seat, 2 car seats. And everybody I knew sent it to everybody they knew. I ended up with 10 car seats.
Wow.
Which we found homes for all of them. And it's amazing that
It is amazing.
it happens that quickly. But when the group of us that would knit, crochet, and sew wanted to start that, we wanted to incorporate the clothing into that so that we could have a way to help more people.
Yeah.
So from the time we started until we got opened the store in May of this year, again, we were running it out of our house.
That's crazy.
Now we're running it out of the store.
It's wild how things just come together, right?
It obviously was meant to be.
It was. It goes back to what I always talk about is just we have an amazing community that supports
Absolutely.
and gives back. And, you never know what you can accomplish until you go out and start asking other people and getting that group together. You know what I mean?
I knew that we had given away thousands of handcrafted items and thousands of clothing. But when it really hit home is the numbers for October. We gave away over 3,000 clothing items.
That's
now,
a
I
lot.
say clothing items. It could be clothes. It could be shoes.
Right.
Sometimes we have toiletries. They go quick.
I bet.
But all of that, ties, belts, purses.
Right.
Lady wants a new purse. We got a whole rack full of new purses.
Love that. I love that.
3,000 items in 1 month.
That's a lot.
November is going to be higher. I have no doubt.
I mean, I'd imagine November to January, it's all the way through winter is going to be probably really busy for you.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And the summer months weren't slow, but it was getting the word out there.
Right.
Now that the word out there, I think it's going to be that way.
I think it'll just continue to be that way. You're doing a really good thing in the community, and once the word gets out, we have such a need that people that are in need are going to flock to you.
The big thing that we need is two things. More volunteers. The
That's
store
the
is
number
staffed
one.
by volunteers. Always has to be two people. We will not open with just one. We're at the point now where we really need three people.
Right.
We are open Mondays from 10 to 7 p.m., and then Thursdays 10 to 4. We want to expand those hours. We want to add a Saturday.
Right.
Have a few volunteers, but got to have at least two people, preferably three in the store.
So anyone out there that ever wanted to work in a store, here's your chance to come volunteer and do something good for the community.
And when you're done, you just feel good.
Yes.
Because you realize how many people really need help.
Every time I've ever volunteered for anything in the community, it always is just, it's heartwarming and it feels good. And it just opens your eyes to a lot of things because we get caught up, in everyday life and struggles and hustles. And we go see someone that is struggling way worse than us, and it brings us back to reality of like, man, this ain't that bad. Like every year for Thanksgiving, I try to go help feed people in the community and do those things, and I'm just like, wow, okay, I got it made. I don't want to.
I got a call last Monday, from a young lady that said, how late are you open? And I'm hoping you can help. I just found out my son's best friend's family lost everything in a fire.
Wow.
I said, look, if I have to stay late, I'll stay late.
Right.
Get their name, get their sizes, come to the store, and we will put it together. And we did. We were able to provide everyone in the family with some clothing. And they're staying with a relative right now. I said, okay, so once they're able to get back on their feet and in their own place again, have them come back, because then we can provide sheets, towels, blankets.
Yeah. All the things to get them.
I think there was one of them that we didn't have the size jean that they needed. I said, call me in 2 days. I will have them.
I'll find it. I have
other people we partner with that we can go to just the same as they can come to us.
Right.
And I was able to get the jeans we needed.
That's what it's all about, is those partnerships in the community, to be able to, everybody play off of each other. Like, hey, you got this, you know what I mean? So another great resource that you might know or you might not know is Ellie's Elves.
Yes.
I love them. We recently spotlighted them and had them out at our trivia for a cause. And when you said someone just lost everything, it made me think of them. I was like, man, that's Ellie's Elves mission right there. Like, oh, you lost your house? We'll help you.
Yeah, and there's so many different things and different ways that you can help. The other thing is, if this is the time of the year when people are making donations before the end of the year, our website has made it very easy for anyone to donate. They can go to the donate page. They can click on the button to make a donation. They don't have to pay a fee, and we don't pay a fee.
Love it.
When they do it, let's say somebody goes on the site and they're going to donate $100.
Right.
They look down the bottom it'll show a very small fee, but if they click on the drop down and choose other, they don't pay anything.
Love it.
And we don't pay anything, and it goes straight from them to our bank.
I love that. I love that. That's another thing I'm learning. There's a lot of resources for us as nonprofits online too. I'm finding all the good resources. A lot of those nonprofit tech situations where it's free for us, so that's good. What else? So volunteers, talking about volunteers, that is the number one thing everybody I talk to in a nonprofit space is like, we need more people. Because everyone just assumes that we got all the manpower in the world, right?
We wish.
We wish, right? Because and the funny part is, like, I'm always like, it's not even about the money, guys. We need the manpower. Because the money is out there. Our community's awesome. We'll find the money. Money doesn't buy the manpower, though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I was at a meeting the other day, and one of the guys there said, "You're not open on Saturday." I said, "No, our goal is to open on Saturday." He said, "Okay, put me on the list. I'm ready. I'll work any Saturday you want." I said, "Okay, I need 2 more people because Saturday, we're going to be busy.
Yeah, you're going to be real busy.
2 more volunteers will start opening on Saturday, and then we will reach a lot more people."
Oh yeah, and that's the whole plan, right? Is to get rid of everything and keep making room for more stuff.
And the good thing about where we're located is it's on the bus route. The bus stops right across the street from us.
Even better, because the people that really need it are definitely riding the bus, for sure. That's in that demographic. I love that. What else? So what is the website?
It is communitythreadsva.org.
Okay. And you got your social media links on there and all the things.
Yeah. And you'll see all the companies that have sponsored us and all the ways that you can help.
Okay. Awesome. You got any events or fundraisers or anything coming up?
Our next big event is we partner with Failsafe.
I love Failsafe.
And we do their holiday shop at the Expo Center. We did it last year. We'll do it again this year.
I love Failsafe. Juanita and them, they're a really good resource in the community over there.
And we have a number of companies that are doing coat drives for us because there's not going to be anything such as too many coats. I mean, there's never enough.
There's never going to be enough. Yeah.
I stopped in yesterday morning to fill the rack up again, and I've got another carload that I'll take in because the coats just go out so quickly.
Right. I love that. For me, this is awesome because we're always getting rid of our clothes, right? I purge mine every season or every time I put on some weight or lose some weight. Right now, I've got all my skinny clothes stashed away because I'm like...
Because you want to get back to that.
Right. I was like, if I get back to this, I'm not buying these clothes again, right? Because when you fluctuate weight, it's like clothes are expensive too. It ain't cheap.
And we get brand names.
I love that. Well, because you know how some people are like, hey, it didn't fit, still got tags on, I don't want to take it back. Or it's been too long, it's past the return window, or, you got it home, you just didn't like it. So now you want to just get rid of it.
And when you think about, prime example, I had someone call, this guy needed a suit. And he said, I don't want to spend that much money on a suit.
They're expensive.
So he said, I'm not paying hundreds of dollars for a suit that I'm going to wear one day.
Right.
So he came to us. He got the suit. He got the shirt. He got the tie. He got the belt. He got the shoes.
Love that.
And he went to the wedding he was going to.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then he sent us a check for $400.
There you go. See? It's crazy. He was like, I ain't spending $100 on a suit. He said,
I would rather give you $400 than to pay for a suit that I'm not going to wear again.
Well, my biggest thing is like, no offense to Goodwill, if anybody from Goodwill is out there listening, because they are in our community. I see their people at the Chamber of Commerce and all the things. We donate over there, and then the prices just keep going up, and it's tough, because I got a Goodwill right next to my house, so it's very convenient to just go drop things off over there. It's almost like the dump. It's like, let me just go dump things over there. But here lately, I've been like, every time I hear somebody like, man, I need to go to Goodwill, I'm like, no, you don't. You need to go to one of these nonprofit thrift stores in the community that's really making an impact in the community. Like yours, it's given away. Now we're giving it away for free instead of trying to go sell it and resell it.
And the looks we get when we say, really, there's no cost.
What's the catch? Yeah, everybody's like, what do you mean there's no cost?
Yeah. And the fact that they don't have to show their ID.
I love that.
Even if they're a U.S. citizen and they're from here.
Right.
they still are shocked that they don't have to show.
Well, because again, when you're dealing with federal and state resources, there's always hoops to jump through. There's always paperwork, and people don't want to go through that. I don't want my name on all that and be put in that category of, oh yeah, he's poor and we got to, now put him in all the networks.
All we ask is their name, and yes, we log it into our checkout system, but nobody else has access to that.
That's good. That's good. I love that. What else? Anything else you think of that you want to spread?
Like I say, our big thing is monetary donations and volunteers, and it's 3 hours. If you can
3 hour shifts.
3 hour shifts.
Okay.
Right now, Mondays and Thursdays would really love to be open another night, and we'd love to be open on Saturday. So Saturdays, I have a feeling we'd open a lot of people.
Yes. I tell you, someone just right off the top of my head, an idea just came to me is reach out to the Boy Scouts. They're always volunteering and doing stuff in the community. The reason I think of that is there's this big flea market event at the Expo Center every year, and I do it most of the time. Yes. And they're there helping people unload and load, and at the end they help them. There's donations over there. So yeah, reach out to them. These kids are wonderful in the community. We need to teach them more things.
Well, we're planning an event for next year we work all the local events.
Okay.
We were at National Night Out, and the person that was working with me and I, so many young girls come up to us that either are learning or want to learn to knit, crochet, sew.
That's awesome too. You guys should, not that you don't got enough on your plate, but you should throw some classes.
Well, we're planning to have an event for that next year.
Okay.
And we can actually get a grant to do that.
Love that.
And
there's so many grants out there that we don't know about, and then you find
exactly.
It's hard to find.
Because we want to get that next generation involved in what we're doing.
That's what I'm preaching. I think it's the most important thing is to focus on the next generation, right?
Yes.
Because we're in a really weird space with these kids nowadays. It's completely different. As a single dad, I'm always we're the problem. We spoiled these kids, and now we need to teach them, how to give back, and it's tough.
One of the situations that happened, we had some folks come in. The husband and wife had both lost their job. We're just getting back into new jobs. And to watch a child be excited because they just got soap from us.
Man, that's tough.
That just really...
It's great, but at the same time, it's wow.
It hurts your heart to think.
It does, because it's wow, could you imagine, I run out of toilet paper, and I'm man, I need toilet paper. But imagine not having soap. And that was the response when I gave them the body wash. It was, we haven't had the money to buy soap for a week. Man, I couldn't imagine it. It goes back to what I was saying a while ago. It's anytime I'm struggling with something, I'm always trying to think of there's somebody right around me somewhere that's struggling way worse. And just the littlest things, we take it for granted, right? We do. We take it for granted. But if they go on our website, they will see at the end of every month, I update the numbers on this is how many handcrafted we gave away. This is how many clothing we gave away. One of the events that we took part in last month, I will never forget, was for disabled veterans. And we gave out about 800 handcrafted items. Wow. They were shocked. That's a community that we need to spend more time with too, is the veteran community, because I feel like they're kind of overlooked a lot. We don't do enough to support our veterans. We don't. They come home and they come back from the military, and we just kind of forget about it. Somewhat forgotten. Yeah, a lot are just forgotten. I had a meeting yesterday at the new clinic in Fredericksburg for the veterans, and we are partnering with them to not only be able to provide the handcraft, when I say handcrafted items, wheelchair bags, walker totes. Right. There's a long list of things that we can provide them. Right. But also the access to the clothes. They need that. They need that, yes. So we were finally able to meet with someone yesterday and make that happen. That's great.
But I would say our membership as a whole has a real soft spot for when it comes to the veterans.
That's good because, like we said, a lot of people we don't think about it. And a lot of these veterans don't really have family. Like a lot of people in general don't have family. I've been here since 2002. I don't have no family out here. It's just me and my daughter, and heaven forbid something tragic happened and I needed help, I'd have to go out into the community and find it from the resources.
Well, that's why we really appreciate your doing this, because it's going to help us get the word out, not just for people to volunteer or donate money, but also to those that need the help.
Yes. Well, I like sitting down with all the local nonprofits just to explain the mission more, because you drive by and see a thrift shop, you don't really know what it's about. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's another thrift shop over there. So to be able to sit down with you guys and really just talk about the mission, what we're doing, and how people can help is awesome. Coming up in January, we're going to kick back off our trivia for a cause event we do down at Brock's every Wednesday. I'll have to get you guys on the list.
That'd
and
be
get
great.
You in there. Raise some money, raise some awareness. It's always a good time.
And to give a little bit of backstory, Community Threads, if you think, why did we choose that name? Well, community is because we're here to help our community.
That's right.
And threads is the threads that weave all of the fabrics together with, or the yarn together with the items that we're making, but also the threads in the clothing.
Right.
And it's like all of that ties together to help support our community.
That's what it's all about, supporting the community and giving back, right?
Well, and the handcrafted side, whether someone is knitting, crocheting, or sewing, that's therapeutic for them. And I know I crochet, and it's very relaxing and rewarding, because you know that someone's going to get that and appreciate it.
Yeah.
We get some emails that really tugs at your heartstrings and really makes you realize just how much that one little item you made means to someone else. One of the items that one of our members makes is a little square of fabric. And there's a marble. You can slide through that maze. Never comes out, but you can slide through. So it's safe for a child even.
Okay.
She gave one to someone who has ADHD, an adult.
Right. That's me. I got ADHD.
And she's constantly fidgeting with something.
Nope.
First time ever, she wore the fabric out.
Wow.
Completely
it's
wore it out.
It's a good problem, right? It served its purpose.
And very small, very simple to make, very inexpensive to make. But look what it did for that person.
That's what it's about. ADHD is a big thing, too. I got that. I'm sitting here twitching with my finger right now.
But that's something that you can sit and fiddle with. And we provide those types of things to the schools. We make a number of other things for that, too.
Right.
We provide them to a lot of the schools for the special needs classes. I could talk for hours about all the things that we make.
I love it.
But when I walked into the Veterans Clinic, I was waiting for the person I was meeting to come out. I'm standing near the desk, and this lady starts talking to me, and she's got a knee brace on, and she's saying how they want her to have surgery. And she noticed the bags and asked if I made them. I said, our members made them. And she said, well, I have my walker, but I'm still not convinced to do the knee surgery. So I said, okay, wait a minute. I have something to give you. And I opened up the bag, and I took out a tote bag and showed her how it would go on the walker. And she goes, you're going to give this to me? I don't have to buy it? I said, no.
Love that.
You're a veteran. No, we don't sell anything anyways. But
right.
And I showed her how it would fit on there, and it's got 4 pockets, 2 on the front and 2 on the back. And she goes, this is going to make my life so much easier. Maybe I will go ahead and have this surgery now that I know I can be able to get around and hold things, because that's part of the problem.
Right.
And she had thought about it. And she before she walked away, she stopped again and she said, thank you. Thank your group for doing this. I can't believe somebody that doesn't even know me did this.
It's beautiful.
I said, we do it for everyone, but we really have a soft spot for veterans. So please enjoy it. And she was just, the whole time she's walking away, she's shaking her head like, I can't believe she just gave this to me. Because she said that several times.
Well, because I feel like we're in, nothing's free anymore. That's the biggest thing. And I love that. That's amazing that you're able to do that. It's amazing that you've been able to get that support to make that happen and keep it going. And I know that the universe and God and all the things will continue to bless you guys and the community with this amazing resource. I have no doubt that you're going to get all the help you need. You're going to outgrow that. I don't know. I'm going to have to come by to the thrift shop to check it out. But I'm sure you'll outgrow that space and probably need a bigger space.
We're at a space right now where it's tight. I'm not going to say
there
it's
you go.
not.
See, you already outgrew it.
Once or twice a week, we're having to take things from my house or to storage to the store. I mean, at least twice a week, I'm filling up the codes.
Wow.
So yes, we know space is tight, and our dream is to move to a larger space where we could have everything under one roof.
Right.
And then also have, instead of having 2 storage units or 3 storage units,
right.
we could have everything there. That would be, and that also we'd have, this is our dream, also have space enough that instead of holding our meetings at the Roritan, and I love the folks at the Roritan, they've been great to us, but instead of doing it there, we could have it all under one roof.
There you go.
That's
always the goal, right? Is you want everything in one location.
Yes.
Everything all in one place with everything. Like I'm a techie guy, a marketing guy, and I'm always like, no, you got to put it all on one platform. Because when you got to log into 50 million things to get things done, we forget.
We have to raise a substantial amount of money to do that, but that's our goal, and we're working on it.
Well, in the future, I'm going to come around and work with all the nonprofits because marketing is my thing. That's what I love to do. I love all the tech stuff, and I'm gonna make my rounds around to look at everybody's stuff and give you guys some feedback. And
come check out the store.
I have to. I'm going to. I'm definitely.
The other thing is that if
I'm gonna tell my daughter too, she loves volunteering for stuff.
If for some reason someone can't come within those hours that we have, and they're really in need, desperate need, we will make arrangements.
There you go.
I don't do this very often, but I have a woman who is disabled, and she's elderly and on her own. And she said, is there any way you could deliver them to me? I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will put the bag at your door. I'll knock on the door and get back in my car.
Love that.
So we don't do that very often, but there are those exceptions that you need.
Sometimes the need's there.
The biggest exception is if someone's going to donate a large quantity of clothing, a whole SUV full.
Right.
Email us or call. And the email comes right to me, and we will make arrangements to meet you there or another day.
Love that.
So that,
well, that's a big problem for a lot of people too. We're so busy. Like I know at my house, me and my daughter are big on just decluttering all the time. Clothes, items, all the things. And a lot of times these bags of donations will just sit at the door. And I'm like, when are we getting this somewhere? Let's get this out of here.
We had a lady drop off 8 bags yesterday.
See?
We don't have a whole lot of space. So that's why those large donations, just sending the email to us to give us a heads up.
Well, yeah, you need to be able to prepare for it.
Yes.
Because it ain't like the Goodwill where you got the sorting room and the whole back room and all that.
We don't even have a sorting space.
I want that for you guys. It's coming. We just spoke it into existence. And we're going to manifest it.
It'll happen.
It will. Well, thank you so much for coming and talking to me today. I love everything you're doing. I love the mission, and it's going to continue to grow. I just know it. I'll have to come over and shoot a video at the store too.
I would love that.
That would be awesome because I'm like, I need to see this. So I'll come over. We'll shoot a video and we'll do a piece on that too. But it has evolved from where we first started to much better. But the first reaction, when anyone wants to meet me to see how they can partner with us or help us, I have to meet me at the store. I said, you need to meet me at the store. And they walk in and they're like, this isn't what I expected. Got to be able to see it, right?
And I said, no, you were expecting a thrift shop, weren't you? And they're kind of embarrassed, like, yeah, I was. And so like, that's not what this is. Everything is hung up. Everything is on the same kind of hangers. Everything is ready to wear.
Love it.
And there's a wide variety.
Good. Well,
thank you for your time.
Thank you for coming by and talking to me about your mission. I love it, and I look forward to working with you in the future and definitely showcasing what you got going on. And yeah.
Super. Thank you.
That's it, guys. Until next time, go local FXBG with another local nonprofit spotlight.